Can they hear you? Can they hear you? What if something is wrong?
Okay, let's do this. In 3, 2, 1. It's Thrive time. Hello beautiful people, welcome and welcome back to Thrive Out Loud. And as you can tell, I am absolutely stoked to be here. Thank you so much for taking a minute of your time to check this video out. I really do appreciate you. First things first, house rules. In here we like, we comment, we subscribe, click on the bell notification, and don't forget to tell a friend to tell another friend to join our beautiful family, because why the hell not? Mara today kizami Today Kezamile. So apparently my skin and I are having a bit of a fight because I have so many breakouts. I don't even I have so much going on, and young Bora, because when did I become this girl? Anyway, I thought my journey with acne was over, but yeah, apparently I was wrong. The last time I had so many breakouts, I think it was the time when I was pregnant, and I hope not. Anyway, welcome to today's video. Now that I'm back, I'm just trying to ease into things. I'm trying to get my flow back, and part of that will include getting used to being in front of the camera again, because I hadn't recorded for a good month and a half, almost 2 months, because a lot of the stuff that I published in January were pre-recorded somewhere in December or beginning of Jan. So it's safe to say I spent about 2 months not recording, not saying hey guys, and sometimes it starts to feel weird.
You're like, what am I doing? Why are you talking to yourself? Can they hear you? What if something is wrong?
But anyway, that all takes a little bit of some getting used to. Today's video is another short one. While I'm easing into things, I realized that a very big part of allowing myself to do this again was just finding peace in my mess and granting myself the grace, man. It's all grace. I mean, if God grants you grace for all the horrendous things you do, why can't you grant yourself grace, knowing very well all the battles you put up with? So if you're someone who is going through a bit of a thing, and you feel like your situation is just taking extra long to turn around, you feel like your situation is not moving, don't be impatient with yourself, and more than anything, grant yourself the grace to just wait it out and do the best that you can. And I do honestly believe that you're doing the best you can, but sometimes it's very easy to feel like maybe you're slacking because everything and everyone around you is moving and making progress, and when you're just there on your own. I'm just on here to tell you so much can happen in literally a day, 2 days, 3 days, in a week. I touched a little bit on how quickly everything changed during the last week of Jan. I literally went from unemployed and without a plan, again without knowing where the money would be coming from. Literally within a space of 3 days, I went from unemployed to fully employed in a permanent role in a hybrid position that is healthy and that makes me feel like I am contributing positively to the workforce. And I'm not here to brag. Like, I'm not a bragger. I'm not here to brag, okay? I am not on here to try and gloat and act like I'm better. What is this? Ngangbor. And I'm not here to act like I'm better. I'm just on here to say a lot can change for you in a very short space of time. You just have to wait it out, soldier on, and don't give up, because it's in that point where you feel like giving up where the biggest change might come. They say it's darkest before dawn. I hope I didn't butcher that, but it's absolutely true. And for those of us who are 5 a.m.ers, you know how dark it is immediately before the sun rises. So have that same hope and grace and courage to just face life, because you never know where it might change. You never know where things might actually work out for you, and you never know where you might need to just hold on for one more day, just a little bit more, just to cross to the other side. The way things happen so quickly for me in this specific season I'm in, and I still, it could never have been me. I can't make this stuff up. I see God's hand in all of it, and I'm just in awe thinking of how I had basically given up, but not in a negative sense. I had given up on the idea of finding a job or maybe pursuing a calling because I looked down upon it. I'll give a bit of background. I was in the civil engineering industry. I studied civil engineering, furthered into structural engineering, and I had been in the engineering fraternity ever since, like for the last 6 years, let me put it that way. And I was mainly in the design office and I got a bit of site experience, but long story short, I had now identified as a civil engineer, nothing more, nothing less, okay? Then this is where the plot thickened. I was in an unhealthy work environment, one that made me lose interest in civil engineering activities that were happening all around, one that made me lose interest in just going further. I lost interest in the idea of studying further because what's the point? I'm going to study further. I still won't be recognized and noticed. And all of that to say, it's very easy for you to become blinded from what's really happening, blinded by a situation, a place, a person, a thing. It's very easy to be blinded and not notice or see what's going on because you're blinded by a hurt, a traumatizing situation. And then after begezelaring, after ubegezela for this, now I lost my job out of the fucking blue. And I know they normally say it's darkest before dawn, and I'll believe that. In this particular situation, right before I lost my job, I was earning the highest I had ever earned in any workplace, like in any of my hustles and anything combined. And that came almost overnight, and it kind of made me feel, okay, maybe it's fine, it's okay to be here. But sometimes your situation presents strawberries and cream to derail you from your real purpose and your path. I'll explain what that means on a later stage, but then I lost my job really tragically, and I was really emotional about that, and then dealt with the emotions, and I was done with it, and I got to a point where I had accepted that maybe this is what's going on, this is my life, and I kind of gave up on the prospect of job hunting, not in a negative way, just gave up on trying to only depend on it. So I started to focus on other things because I have other skills, other interests, and other callings which I was looking down upon, and I'll get into that. Let me know if you want a separate story time on how I got into academic, and I didn't see it coming. But it just goes on to say sometimes your calling pursues you, but it's not what you think it's supposed to look like, and so you reject it or look down on it. I looked down on academics because I identified as a civil engineer, and there's no way I'm going to go into this field that doesn't have money and where kids are just going to give me a headache for a living. There's no way I'm doing that. And I looked down upon it. I frowned down upon it. And I thought, Mina, I'm the girl, I deserve better. But sometimes your answered prayer doesn't look like what you think it looks like. It doesn't look like what you expect. You might be praying for God to send you 1 million, for instance. You might say, God, I just want 1 million. That's literally all I want. Then God plants an idea in your head to maybe start a coaching business. And you look down upon it, you say, Mina, I could never. Because that would mean, you need to get yourself checked. You need to get in check. You need to be in line first before you can coach anyone else. And that accountability is a thing you're not willing to get into. Secondly, it would mean putting yourself out there, and you have told yourself that you don't have the skills necessary to put yourself out there. And then you need to sell yourself to a certain degree. You need to tell someone else what you're about for them to buy, and you've told yourself that now you're not a seller. And so instead of filling out ticking all those boxes one at a time, you're missing out on an opportunity to make 1 million because you expect your 1 million to just come as one big package in your mailbox.
Where have you seen that one happening?
But anyway, so the purpose of today's video, I don't mean for it to be long. The purpose of today's video is just to say whatever situation you're dealing with. Could be unemployment. Maybe you've just lost a job like I did. Maybe your life is just not making sense. Maybe your relationship is going sideways. Your academics are completely stuck. Your finances are hanging in the air. You can't figure out what's going on. Relationships with your family is just weird. You keep on applying for jobs. You can't seem to be getting caught. Like whatever you touch seems to be going to dust. And you just feel like your life is stuck and you're feeling hopeless and like, what is even the point? I'm just on here to say a lot can change in a day, in 2 days, in 7 days, in a month. A lot can change, but what you can do for yourself right now is to steer on, soldier on, keep on, hold on to the faith, the thing that got you this far. hold on to that to keep you, to take you to step B and C and D, because you never know where your breakthrough might come. My breakthrough came at a point where I had given up, not negatively, but I had given up. I told myself that maybe I'm not meant, for the workspace anymore. Maybe, you never know. And I just, told myself maybe I should just focus on other things. And I am still doing other things, but it doesn't mean that I wasn't meant for certain things. Sometimes, like I said, your answered prayer looks like something you don't recognize, expect, and you feel like because it's not packaged the way you expect, it's not what you've been asking for. And that is not true. Okay, I'm rambling and I don't mean to ramble, but word for the day, if you take nothing from this video, I just want you to take away the fact that a lot can happen in literally a blink of an eye. Before you know it, everything could literally work out for your good, and you would have forgotten the pain, the trauma, the hopelessness that you're in currently. So keep on keeping on, hold on to the faith, and don't let whatever situation you're going through derail you from who you are deep inside. You are a strong, ambitious, purpose-filled, worthy human being. You deserve to be here. Everything works out for you. Everything that you are looking for is deep within you. Every single answer that you're looking for is deep within you, or you have the ingredients to find what it is that you're looking for. Moral of the story, don't give up. That is literally all I wanted to say today. I didn't mean for it to take so long, but moral of the story, don't give up. So if you take nothing from this video, you can just fast forward to this point where I say, don't give up. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I really appreciate you clicking on this video to find out what we're on about. Please remember the house rules in here were like, comment, subscribe, click on the bell notification, and bring along a friend. You never know who wants to be part of our gorgeous family, and we are always looking for new ways to grow. If you have a topic idea, a question you want answered, a suggestion, when your Q&A, like nothing is off limits, I'd absolutely love to hear from you. You can leave it down in the comment section, or you can just hit me up, slide in the DMs anyway, because more than anything, I do still want to pour from the heart, but I still want to create content that you look forward to seeing and to watching and listening to. Okay, this is becoming extremely long. Bye.